The Vision High School Sports Beat is brought to you by the 11 locally owned Vision Automotive Group dealerships, offering Buick GMC, Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Hyundai, Kia, and Nissan, and the resale division, with locations in Webster, Henrietta, Penfield, Fairport, Canandaigua, Ontario, and Palmyra, and online at visionauto.com. Hello everyone, thanks for joining us. This is the Vision Automotive Group's High School Sports Beat. I'm Bill Pucko. Every week at this time we take a comprehensive look at sports in Section 5 in Monroe County. We begin with our weekly Honor Roll of High School Teams, which is brought to you by Celino & Barnes. The Honor Roll of High School Teams is brought to you by Celino & Barnes.
Injured in a car accident? Don't wait. Call 8.
Call 888-8888.
Don't wait. Call 8.
Here is our Honor Roll of High School Teams. At number 3, Spencerport Boys Basketball, which over the past 2 seasons combined to just 4 wins. This year the Rangers are 3-3 and coming off an upset of Hilton. At number 2, McQuaid Hockey claimed the Salmon River Tournament title. The defending state champion Knights are 8-0. And at number 1, the Pittsford basketball teams, the boys and the girls, Mendon and Sutherland. The intertown doubleheader held at the Palestra at the U of R added another $33,000 to a 15-year total of over $400,000 over the life of the Rainbow Classic for the Golisano Children's Center. Which brings us to our Cariglio's Pizza Team of the Week. The Cariglio's Pizza Team of the Week is brought to you by our friends at Cariglio's Pizza with 5 convenient locations throughout Rochester. Cariglio's Pizza is a proud supporter of high school athletics. We head to Clover Lanes, where participation is the key, and a couple of the teams are playing the numbers game. Participation trophies have gotten a bad name of late, but participation remains a cornerstone of every athletic team out there. Among the 38 boys and girls teams in Monroe County and another 29 in the City Catholic Private Bowling League, the sport and hosting Clover Lanes keeps close to 500 kids off the streets and on the alleys. This is significant enough, but some of these teams do even better than that. Cases in point, Hilton and Rush Henrietta.
Well, we're going to be losing 7 or 8 boys over the next 2 years. And when we had tryouts this year, we had a couple young kids who were averaging about 150, 160. And the thought process is it's a great start for them. It's good to keep them in the program when the other option would be to cut them, and then they're not getting better at all. So it gets them the experience to be part of the team. It gets them used to the situation. It's a pretty crazy environment here when we bowl, and they be comfortable when they're ready to step in.
Chris Daly kept 15 boys on his team this year. That's more than double the normal 7. It's a two-way street. The numbers make the RH program stronger, and the team is good.
We have a solid team this year. I think we're looking really good, so it's really, you have to bowl really well to be in the starting 5.
The Comets established a new Monroe County League record early this year with a 1,298 5-player single-game total. Hunter Barber rolled a 300 game.
I'd like to present you with your 300 ticket. Congratulations.
So managing the numbers is less a problem than it could be.
It's very tricky because playing time is very limited for some kids, but we've got a great group of kids. Our upperclassmen make them feel very comfortable. One of the things is you've got some 12-year-olds with 18-year-olds, and that's something I'd be concerned about as a parent, but I have a 7th grader home, and I can tell you right now, the upperclassmen that we have on this team, I'd have no problem with him hanging around with them. They're just great kids, and that's what makes it easy.
It seemed crazy that I was in 8th grade starting on the varsity bowling team with a bunch of juniors and seniors. It's crazy to think that was me like 5 years ago.
Hilton similarly keeps an 18-person squad, 9 boys and 9 girls.
I like to just support my teammates, and if I can bowl, that's great. If I can't, no, I'd like to, but if I can't, it's okay.
We tell the girls up front and we tell the boys up front that, especially the young ones, that you're our future, and we're bringing you so that you can get experience practicing, get an experience here at the meets, so that when it is your time, you can just step up and be the next man or the next girl in.
And again, the numbers game works.
Like today I'm not bowling, that's, it depends on how you do in practice and how your form's going, and it all depends. I mean, it stinks like sitting out, but it's good to let the other kids get in,
Hilton is leading Division II in Monroe County in both the boys and girls division. The girls have claimed 48 out of a possible 48 points. When we return, the basketball dynasty at Fairport in its 48th year, and Kim Burnson as our Wegmans Making the Grade nominee when the Vision High School Sports Beat continues. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. This is the Vision High School Sports Beat. I'm Bill Pucko. Our Honor Roll of High School Athletes is brought to you by Injury Free Coalition for Kids. Driving's a lot like the game of baseball. It's the one who gets home safely that counts. Please remember to always wear your seatbelt and to focus only on driving when behind the wheel of a car. This message courtesy of the Allstate Foundation and Injury Free Coalition for Kids Smart Teen Driving Program. Here is our weekly Honor Roll of High School Athletes. At number 3, Maxwell Worsinger, Spencerport Boys Swimming. Max broke the school record in the backstroke while winning the butterfly and contributing to a 400-yard relay team win against Webster. Number 2, Brian Harrell Jr. of Early College. He combined to score 63 points, a rebound 25, and wins over School of the Arts and World of Inquiry. And number 1, Anthony Lamb, Greece Athena Trojans boys basketball, scored 25 against Brockport, added 32 with an amazing 26 rebounds against Greece Arcadia. And now the Parisi Speed School presents our Athlete of the Week. Parisi Speed School has open enrollment year-round. Visit ParisiRochester.com or call 585-381-3278 for more details. Parisi Rochester, trained to win. At Fairport High School, you'd have to be well over 60 years old to have played boys varsity basketball for anyone not named Fitch.
Play smart, tough, basketball.
It all began for Coach Scott Fitch in 2002 when he inherited the Fairport boys basketball job from his dad.
I think the time when I knew I wanted to coach was when I saw the love and respect his players had for him. And so I think that I try and instill that in our team every year. Just instill that love and respect so hopefully, they reciprocate it.
He knows when to pull the trigger on making a change during the game. He's just got a knack, and he's been around it all his life, so if anybody's going to have the edge, he should have it.
Scott was a standout player at Fairport and an All-American at SUNY Geneseo, the National Player of the Year in 1993. His love for the game of basketball came early.
When he was 2.5 years old, I'd go to school and watch film, and he'd come with me, and he sat there for like an hour and a half without squirming. So I knew there was something in him that if he ever did pursue coaching, he'd be a great one.
Jeff Fitch was the Fairport coach from 1968 through 2001. In the late 80s, Scott was one of his best players.
He was hard on me early, and I didn't understand it. And then my mom stepped in and helped us understand it. And once Mom stepped in, then it was an experience I'll cherish forever.
All right, hey, we've set the tone the way we want, Tammy. It's your half, it's your game if you want. You've done the hard work by getting to play our style. Now let's go put it to him. Let's go.
Those memories continue. In 2002, the Fitchers were simultaneously inducted into the Section 5 Basketball Hall of Fame. And with Jeff a constant presence both at practice and at games, Scott has added 15 years to the Fitch legacy at Fairport for an unbroken run of 713 wins over 48 years.
It was sort of an evolution. He's always helped me in my summer camps and so on. And then he was helping the girls for 2 or 3 years there with Caitlin Howe and all that. And then he helped me probably the last couple years that I was still coaching and everything. And I think the switch flipped for him, and he was ready.
I use basketball as a tool to impact kids' lives. And I've seen my dad use that tool the same way. And so it's impacted my life all the way through. It's given me the work ethic and teamwork and the desire to be great and just everything. So I think basketball has really shaped me.
And there's a third generation of Fitch in the program. Scott's son, Corey.
It's really neat, and he's old enough now, and he's engaged, who follows the game, and he knows the kids' names, and he'll tell me someone didn't play well, and so it's really neat to see him taking it in.
The Fitches still have a way to go to catch the O'Rourkes of Webster. The late, great Bill Sr. and his son coached the Ridgemen, the Warriors, and the Titans for 61 straight years, winning 800 games. Kim has our Wegmans Making the Grade honoree next, and then we hit the mats for the Monroe County Wrestling Championships in our Dunkin' Donuts All-Sport High School Game of the Week. When the Vision High School Sports Beat continues.
Welcome back, and thanks for watching the Vision High School Sports Beat. I'm Kim Burnson. It's time now for Making the Grade, brought to you by Wegmans. Wegmans is a proud supporter of Making the Grade, which highlights the accomplishments of Section 5 student athletes on and off the playing field.
Our student athlete honored for making the grade this week is Tanner Cooper of Canandaigua High School. As a starting quarterback of Canandaigua's varsity football team, Tanner knows what it takes to be a leader both on and off the field. This spring will be his third year playing shortstop for varsity baseball, where he's already received all-county status. Though his success on the field is obvious, what Tanner does in the classroom is just as impressive. His schedule is full of AP classes, including AP Psych, which has really sparked an interest in his education. He says he looks forward to majoring in psychology when the time comes for college. Tanner also gives back to his school and his community as a member of the Interact Club. He spent his holiday season ringing bells and fundraising alongside his classmates. Nominated for his accomplishments on the field and compassion towards others, this week Tanner Cooper of Canandaigua is making the grade.
If you have a student in mind for our Making the Grade segment, we want your nominations. You can send them in to info@classywolf.com. Now here's Bill with our Sylvan Learning Section 5 calendar.
Our Section 5 calendar is brought to you by Sylvan Learning, delivering results in reading, math, writing, study skills, SAT and ACT prep, and more. 4 area locations. Call 385-9480. Here's what's happening this week on our Sylvan Learning Section 5 calendar. It's time for Christmas basketball tournaments. On the boys' side, the best of the bunch is in Penfield for Monday games at 6 and 7:45. The winners playing the championship game Wednesday at 7:45. On the girls' side, the Mendon Holiday Tournament, games Tuesday at 6 and 7:30. The finals Wednesday at 7:30. And the Tyke Burnaby Wrestling Tournament is Tuesday and Wednesday in Spencerport. That's our Sylvan Learning Section 5 calendar for the week ahead. Where men are men, the Monroe County Wrestling Championships, our Dunkin' Donuts All-Sport High School Game of the Week, when the Vision High School Sports Beat continues. Sign Impressions is more than just signs. It's a total graphics company. Embroidery, screen printing, team apparel, t-shirts, jackets, hats, and of course banners and signs. Visit signimpressions.com. Call us at 723-0420 to order your team or corporate apparel. Welcome back, and thanks for joining us at the Vision High School Sports Beat. I'm Bill Pucko. It is time now for our Dunkin' Donuts All-Sport High School Game of the Week. Introducing Dunkin's new sweet black pepper bacon sandwich with double the slices of caramelized crispy pepper bacon. It is the bacon experience you've been waiting for. Bacon up! America runs on Dunkin'. They moved the Monroe County Wrestling Championships up on the schedule a few years back to avoid bunching the league with the sectional and state qualifiers and repetitive matchups. So one of the true gems of the wrestling season comes early in our Dunkin' Donuts All-Sport High School Game of the Week. These are some of the toughest kids you'll find, and some of the best. There are no free rides in wrestling. There's no place to hide. We're now 3 years removed from Spencerport's decades-long dominance of Monroe County wrestling. These days, it's anybody's game.
The playing field may be more level right now, so absolutely I would think that Spencerport coming down a little bit helped other people come up, but I think some programs have really stepped up. Like I said, there's very good coaching. There's some guys doing some tremendous jobs.
The county championships offer the best local competition we'll see until state qualifiers, since there are no class distinctions like you'll find at sectionals. At 99 pounds, a new champion with a familiar name, Yakima Hollis. This is Greg, an 18-0 8th grader who found himself in an unusual finals match against Hilton teammate and fellow 8th grader Ryan Burgos, who was 18-2. Greg is the younger brother of Yanni, the Hilton Junior and world champion who wrestled later at 138 pounds.
It's awesome. Like, it gives me something to be excited for, like something to be more excited for than normal. I don't know. It's really exciting to have him, and he's gonna have a good year. And he might make states, he could place, he could do really well. So I'm excited to have him around.
Greg Yakima Hollis won a third period technical fall to remain unbeaten. At 113 pounds, one of the real significant matches of the county championships matched Rush Henrietta's Eli Sims against Fairport's Jacob Ruggieri. Fairport's a defending champion and the Class AA sectional titleist. And under new management, John Martin Cannon, a former 3-time sectional champion of Brockport High and a star at UB, is the new head coach.
I'm fresh out of college with the wrestling and experience-wise, and I think that I bring a new mindset to the room. So I have a little spin on my technique and the way I do drills and things like that.
Cannon is assisted by his father and his former coach, John Cannon, who spent 15 years at Brockport.
It's really like full circle because we started when he was like 6 years old in college, and now this, so it's been a blessing actually. So.
Did you think you'd be back into it?
Absolutely not. It was funny when he was applying for the job. One day he goes, "Well, Dad, why don't you apply for assistant?" I actually thought he was joking, and he kept pushing. And my wife, who's the boss, said, "Yeah, you should." So once I got the green light, I went ahead and did that.
The Ruggieri versus Sims match wound up tied 3-3 into regulation and into double overtime. An escape earned Sims not only the county title at 113, but also the nod as the lightweight Outstanding Wrestler Award winner. Austin Hurdle of Hilton was the winner over Austin Castle of RH at 120 pounds. Hurdle was one of 8 cadets wrestling in the championship round. Hilton won the county championship 2 years ago and was favored to get it back.
It'd be a great thing for our team, We got Eastern States, we have Union Endicott duels, we have some tough dual meets coming up, and like a county title here would be great momentum coming into the second half of the year.
Of the 8 finalists, Hilton wound up with 4 individual champions: Hurdle, Lou Dupre, and of course the 2 Yakima Hollis boys. Yanni took care of his match against a game senior, Derek St. James of Gates Chilot, with a second period pin for Yakima Hollis' 200th career win.
His opponent from Hilton, Yanni Yakima Hollis, world champion.
When you wrestle Yanni, you're forced to readjust your priorities.
It's definitely scary going out there. But once you get out there, just hoping I could just go out, score a few points, and just, like I said, just do my best out there.
You come away feeling all right about yourself?
Yeah, I mean, there's not much I could do there, but just keep on wrestling for next week. Hopefully I do better.
We'd like to thank our Sports Beat sponsors.
Especially the 11 dealerships in the Vision Automotive Group. They make the Sports Beat possible.
As do you. Thanks once again for watching, and we'll see you next week with the Vision Automotive Group's High School Sports Beat.